Hello there, Guardians, and welcome to a Prison of Elders 35 tutorial. I started playing this, I did a few rounds of it yesterday. Went in with a few teams, and this is the team that I kind of got along with the most in terms of personality, in terms of playstyle, and that's very important. Also important is, I think, or at least for us, was our classes. As I'm the Hunter, we had a Warlock and we had a Titan, so we had one of each class. And as you'll see as the video progresses, I feel that each job from each class was vital. So what we're doing here at the moment, other than everyone dying and now depending on our Warlock, thank God for Warlocks, is that we're kind of chilling out, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. But first, I think it is very important that you do get a good team together. But when I say good team, I don't mean good team as in go looking for an excellent Hunter and an excellent Warlock, an excellent Titan, and kick anyone else out. That's not what I mean. A good team is people who can have a laugh. People who, when you die for whatever reason, don't start huffing and puffing and sighing down the microphone. Because when you take on Prison of Elders 35, well, if you're not like some of the best people out there, I don't consider myself anything special myself, so when I took it on, I put 5-6 hours aside for it. But I just got lucky that we got this team together. So if you're going to invest an hour, 2, 3, 4, 5, you really do not want to be with people that just make you miserable. You know what I mean? So you really want to have a good group, a group that you can glue with, a group that you can get along with, a group that can laugh it off and are genuinely enjoying themselves. I find that's the key to success personally. And if I get anyone who's criticizing another player or criticizing me or just won't shut up with the negativity, I tend to leave. And I drop the other player a quick message saying why I left and inviting them if they want to join me for a run, and we'll go find someone else. That's me personally. Anyway, so why are the roles important? I don't know if it's necessary. I'm betting you could do it with 3 Hunters or 3 Titans or 3 Warlocks, but I found this the easiest. The Hunter, of course, my class for invisibility. I find that's vital here. Especially when it comes, I don't know if you've done Skolas or not before. I imagine some of you haven't, some of you have not. But during the course of the battle, at some point, he's going to start bringing up the mines to dismantle while he's still in play and while the ads are still in play. So at this point, having a Hunter on your side is very, very useful, that he can turn invisible and go get go and dismantle 2 of the 3 mines, while the third one, the remaining 2 team members will actually be able to dismantle themselves. It'll be at what we'll call home base. So the Hunter is vital in this role. The Warlock is vital for the self-res, and you'll see why that's so important a bit later, although it has been demonstrated now, more so later than anything. So yeah, that self-res is absolutely beautiful, and of course with the Titan it's all about the bubble shield. There's points in this battle where we need to take down Skolas' health, but not to a critical factor at that point. So we want to survive and kill all the ads first, and the bubble is very, very useful for that. Speaking of which, the Titan should not have a Weapons of Light bubble. Instead, they should have, I forget what it's called, but it's the one that gives you additional armor. Because Weapons of Light is going to be useful on your rocket launchers if that's what you're using. Anyway, so, if you've not played the fight before, typically what you do with Skolas when you start is you exit into the arena, and you can either go left or right. Now, some teams swear by the left strategy, other teams swear by the right strategy. I prefer the right strategy personally, as Skolas cannot actually come up here, whereas when you go on the left, he can come into the spawn when you least expect it, and you can end up with a wipe if you're not being careful. So we head to the right. One of our teammates go to the left, and they take out that little orb thing. Well, you'll know it when you see it, and when you take that down, Skolas can then take damage. So then you kind of lay into him with your Galahorns or whatever launchers you have handy, and once that timer's up, you do it all over again, and again if you have to. And eventually you're going to get to this point, which we've gotten to now, when the bonds are broken. So during this section, he can take damage all of the time, but the catch for that is you have this debuff on you, this devouring essence, and when you have it on you, there's a countdown, and when the countdown gets to 0, you're dead. So what needs to happen is one of your team members needs to take that essence from you before your countdown hits 0. But here's the catch: here we go. As soon as you have the essence, like right now I have it, there's a I think it was a 25-second or something, 30 seconds. But as soon as someone takes it off you, you're immune for another 30 seconds or so you can't take it. So you need to work in a team and communicate and work out roughly just under 10 seconds before you die. So when there's 10 seconds left on the clock, you want to be telling one of your teammates to pass it. We found this went perfectly because we addressed ourselves by class. So we'd be saying, you know, Warlock, you take it, okay, Hunter, you take it, okay, and so on and so forth. Instead of saying each other's names, because these are new people to me. I met them on LFG, so I didn't know their names. So rather than having to turn my point of view to see their name, wasting time, I would just say the class. Well, I knew what class and what not. So when you have the essence, you want to be watching that timer. And when your timer's under 10 seconds, you want to be telling someone to grab it. Communication is vital here. Otherwise, if you get to 0, you're dead. So anyway, what we're doing here now is we've broken the bonds, so we're just playing the survival game. On the right, we find us best shielded. We are dropping every now and again, but we're not making a fuss about it. We have a Warlock with his self-res available just in case, so that gives us the extra insurance policy. In the meantime, we're letting our cooldowns on our heavy synthesis complete. We're making sure we have full rocket chambers before we go on our next assault on him. So we're not in any rush here. As I said, we're taking our sweet time. We'll just let it play out. And when we're ready, when we're sure all the ads are gone, we're going to start pummeling him with rockets again. And what's going to happen when his health drops to the next checkpoint, if you will, is that ads are going to spawn all over the place again. And on top of that, the mines are going to appear to be dismantled. Here we go. So at this point, the hunter needs to stop what he's doing and go invisible. And he needs to make a beeline for the center, just in case the mine up is the center first. In this case, it was for me. And I got blown back by Skolas there. But anyway, and a bad jump on my part as well. But yeah, so the center mine is up first, so I want to take that. And I want to try and stay as invisible for as long as possible. So I make sure that I have my super up as well, and I make sure that when I hit R2 on my super, I have the perk equipped that I can go invisible. So I've taken down the first mine and I'm heading to the second. If the far mine came up first, I'd head to that first, of course, and then make my way center. And then back to my team. I want to go back to my team because I want to help clear the ads with them again, get our rocket launchers stocked up again, and get ready for the final phase. Because when we start unloading our rockets on Skolas again, this exact same thing is going to happen again when he's near death. So what's going to happen is more ads are going to spawn, and we're going to have to go and dismantle these mines all over again. Now, you might be tempted, especially as the hunter, when you're looking at this final phase, when you open up, and you see his health is dropping to within a slither, you might be tempted to assist your team. You might be tempted to fire off as many rockets as you can and then go get the mines. But that would be a big mistake. You'll find that Skolas will die, and then you'll head for the mine, and knowing your luck, it's probably going to be the mine on the furthest point in the field. And you're going to get there with about 2 seconds to spare, so you won't have enough time to disarm it, and that's a wipe. And you're going to have to do it all over again. So instead, again, as soon as you hear dismantle mines, or whatever the hell he says, you want to be turning invisible and you want to be making that beeline for the center. If it's not there, continue up to the furthest point. Give yourself time, give yourself room to breathe up there, and then you can turn invisible. So, as you see, the same routine is playing out here. We're taking out all the ads. We're doing that to try and make my job a little simpler overall. But some ads are going to spawn anyway when you get his health down. But they won't be all over the field at that point, having taken positions and shooting us. They'll be heading out of their spawn doors, so I'll have a bit of time uninterrupted. So that's kind of our plan right now. Everyone's getting their synthesis up. We're not in a panic. We're not in a rush. We're taking it easy. We're watching our timers and we're communicating to each other. So we're making sure that that essence is still passing and everyone's good to go. Another critical thing, actually, I should have mentioned from the first point, is when we make the decision that we're all good to go and we want to start pummeling him with rockets again, you want to make sure that your hunter has the essence and has had the essence for about 10 seconds. So that way, when his health drops and you hear dismantle mines or die, you hear that message and it's time for you, the hunter, to go, someone can take the essence off you. If you're to leave before you've had the essence, what's going to happen is while you're gone, your team member that doesn't have the essence is going to absorb it when 10 seconds to go. your team member who had it is now immune, and therefore you're going to lose a team member because you won't be back to take the essence off them in time. So instead, you want to make sure that the hunter is the last person to have the essence, that he has it when you're pummeling Skolas there, so that when the dismantle the mines part comes up, someone can grab it off you and you can take off. The last thing you want to do on top of that is take off with the essence, because you're going to die before you dismantle the mines. So that's kind of the plan, and that's kind of what's going on. What my team member just did there is we seen a contact on our radar, we knew something was there, we couldn't get a sight on it, but we just took it out. So we're quite happy. We think that all the ads are gone, and we're just getting our stuff together, getting ready to make what we hope is our final assault on Skolas. So everyone's making sure they're well, especially the two boys there, my teammates, are making sure that they have heavy synthesis up and full launchers. Because although I have a full launcher, I'm probably only going to get 2 or 3 off, maybe 4, before I hear the dismantle the mines thing. And I ain't got time to drop more rockets after that. I've got to go. So they've got to have a steady stream. Their only job is to lay into him and not to worry about anything else. My job as the hunter is to destroy the mines, or dismantle them at least. Now, why the Warlock is so handy here is if there's an issue where it's taken longer than we hope, and while I'm away dismantling the mines, one of them is immune and is going to die, the other's going to die because they can't absorb the essence, we're going to make sure that the Warlock is the last one to have the essence. So then he can just self-revive and continue firing rockets and not have to worry about the essence, because it's going to be another few seconds before it's reassigned to the Guardian. If your Guardian dies with the essence, it's going to take a good 5 to 10 seconds before it gets reassigned to a random Guardian again. So that's why the Warlock's handy to have the super on at this time. So during this time, as I said, we could start laying into him now. There are no ads, but here's your checklist. Make sure that your heavy synthesis is up, unless you're the hunter, it doesn't matter too much. Make sure your super is up. Make sure that the hunter is going to be first with the essence, and about 5 to 10 seconds have passed. When it's time to start firing rockets, make sure that someone actually takes the essence from the hunter, and you've assigned who. It's best to have the Titan do it. So the Warlock is the last one with the essence. So, just making sure we're good to go here now. Everyone's making sure their supers are up. Giving ourselves a pep talk. Don't worry about it, guys. Take it smooth. Take it easy. Let's go. Titan's getting ready. We're going to throw up a bubble in a second, just so they have the highest survivability. There it is. And just making sure everything's good, and we're going to start our assault here in a second. Again, there's no panic. Everyone panics and tries to get this down as fast as possible because of the Galahorn burn that used to be there, but it's not there anymore. We really need to take our time. So, yes, someone's just shouted, okay, do you know what? Let's just go for it. So we're firing our rockets. Fire, fire, fire. Now look at his health. Wouldn't it be tempting to stick around and keep firing those rockets? Damn right it would. But I'm the hunter, and my job is to dismantle the mines, and that's where I'm going. And here it is, one on center. I'm going to dismantle it. I'm going to pray to God, because now the ads are appearing everywhere, but they're not here yet, giving me that vital time. My super is up, so I'm going to use my invisibility to head over there. No one has seen me head over there, so the ads are still heading towards center and focusing on my other two teammates. There you go. Our Warlock has died, but he's used his self-revive. There's not an issue here. And you notice the last thing I did as a hunter before my super ran out was applied the invisibility again. So, Skolas is down. We have one more mine to worry about, which we're dismantling now. And that's taken care of. So we've taken care of all the ads. We've taken care of the servitor things we had to kill to take him out. We've brought his health down to about 50%, I think, when the bonds break and you don't have to kill those floating globe servitor things anymore. We've taken it easy. We've always made sure that we've had our gear up, that we've had our heavy synthesis ready to go, that we've always had our supers ready, that we had the highest survivability before we went into an assault. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take it easy. All the best.